Welcome to Cosmic Channels. I'm your host, Braden. This is your Cosmic Call-In Show. Listen, we're taking all calls tonight. Bigfoot. You got some spooky dreams. You seen some shit. UFO, flying saucers, lights in the sky. You name it. Your town's got a little crazy haunted house. I want to know about it. Call 1-833-703-0424. 1-833-703-0424. Lines are open. Everyone, if you want to call in, share your story, share your account. There was someone on hold. Did I hang up on them? Yes, I did. Disconnected them. 1-833-703-0424. What's up, Beats123 in the chat? Yo. What's going on? Yeah, let's go to, listen, let me check the reviews. There was some Cosmic Channels, was it last week or the week before? We just got an onslaught of 1-star reviews for some reason. No new ones, unfortunately. No new ones. Still all the old ones. Listen, get on there. Give us some good reviews. If you're on Spotify, leave a comment on the show. Apple iTunes, leave a 5-star review. It all helps. Let's see what we're doing on. Hey, callers take priority. Let's go to the caller. Cosmic Channels, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
A long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey, what's going on, John?
What's up, man? How you been?
Good, man. Haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Well, you know. Hey, who's all in here?
Sorry?
Who's all in here?
Just
on YouTube.
Just you and me on YouTube. I don't know.
Okay.
Quad chat.
Hey, man.
What do you got for us?
That Power Hour was amazing.
Which one?
I enjoyed it. The last one you guys just did, I freaking cracked up. I haven't listened to it today at work. Amazing.
Yeah, but
what's up with that?
We're ahead.
You think that ball that they saw at that airport was a drone?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean,
it was wild looking.
Yeah, it was wild looking. I mean, it doesn't look like any drone I've ever seen.
For the viewers that don't know what we're talking about, where was that at again?
England. Where was it? England, tarmac. I'll tell you exactly where it is. Manchester Airport UFO. It looked like a giant, like chrome ball, like weird. It was weird. And pilots, I guess, reported it.
Yeah,
super fucking weird. I don't remember the last Power.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and kind of talk about that because I thought that was very interesting.
What are your thoughts? Did you see that assassination in New York?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, you know, I don't get it. I don't know if the guys, maybe the shooter was jealous because, you know, the guy was 50. He had he had a beautiful smile. Maybe he was just jealous.
Maybe.
You know?
I read that. I mean, I don't know if any of this is true or substantiated, but I read that on one of the casings, was carved into the casing, deny, defund, depose, which is, I guess what the pharmaceutical company the CEO worked for, it was kind of their MO. It was like, deny the claim, defend it in court, depose the client, and like make it really difficult to put in claims. I got such a bad echo coming through, John. Is the live stream on, or am I on speaker?
No, hang on. It's just my phone, man. You want to call back on a different phone?
No, it's not bad now. I don't know why. It was just it was bouncing back. Yeah, United Healthcare. That was like their MO kind of thing. So it was kind of interesting.
Is it still echoing?
I don't think so. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Not as bad though.
Yeah, it's just So yeah, I just appreciated the fact that you brought that drone thing out, that thing at the airport. That was freaking cool looking.
Yeah, super. Let me see if I can pull up a picture here for the chat. Manchester. See if where is it? This one? Yeah, this one. How do I share this? What's going on here? I should really set this up before. You can see it in the chat there. So like a super fucking weird looking one. Like I've never seen a drone like that. Super weird. Like just a weird metallic sphere. Very strange. But yeah, reported by pilots. Super weird, strange.
Can you hear me right now?
Yep.
Okay, is it better?
Yeah, I can't hear myself, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like, if it was reported by pilots, did they see it in the sky flying around real quick? You know, like, what are the details on that? Did you read anything on that?
What I read is that the pilots reported it cruising around the tarmac. That's where it was. Photos of it were taken by security cameras.
So it wasn't like flying as fast as the ones that, the government released. The little balls, the spears that fly across real fast.
Well, I don't know. Like it was just cruising. Like no one knows where it went. No one's seen it after. So it's like, was it? Did it take off? Like no one's. It was just reported on the tarmac, cruising around, and then it was gone. So like, did it just instantaneously disappear? I don't know. It's a mystery. But the fact that we got it on camera and it was reported by pilots, you know, it's a hard one to refute because it's like you're not allowed flying drones in airports, and like if they would have seen it, they would have been all over that fucking thing. But like it kind of somehow went unnoticed by air traffic control, and it wasn't until like pilots started reporting. That's what the fuck crazy thing to me.
Hey, welcome to the United States, though.
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah, 51st. We're the 51st state now. I love it. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, if nobody really calls in, I might call back on a different phone.
Yeah, sure, do it. Get yourself a new one. Treat yourself.
Yeah. I got some surprises for you, mofos here coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Christmas surprises.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. It was good talking to you.
All right, peace, John.
All right, bye.
Listen, you want to call and shoot the shit on recent events? Assassination attempt, broad daylight in New York. I mean, that was pretty wild. We got UFOs on tarmacs. Whatever you want. Lines are open. 1-833-703-0424. Akira, boys, I miss you, Dad. Well, I don't know where he is, but I'm sure he misses you too. And he'll be back from the store with that milk soon. Lines are open. 1-833-703-0424. Feel free to call in. You want to shoot the shit? You got a theory you want to pitch? Come on. I want to hear about it. Yeah, the Manchester UFO one, strange. The like one is like the Manchester airport UFO was definitely alien orb, and aliens are here monitoring our air bases, says UFO expert Mark Christopher Lee. Listen, I don't know about that, but it's just the fact that I mean, it's all, you can look it up. They have pictures of it. Whatever it is, it's very strange. Like you can see it, cruising around. It's literally just hovering off the ground a little bit. Perfect sphere. What kind of drones do we have that do that? I don't know. It's very strange. Lines are about 1-833-703-0424. I'll be right back. Just going to grab a quick water. What's going on, Duchess? Be right back. Lines are open. We're back. Yeah, so I'm just looking. I pulled up a couple articles on this assassination. Like, it's absolutely wild. I guess his wife was saying that he's been receiving numerous threats in the past. Since 2021, taking over United Healthcare, and basically the threats have been due to lack of coverage. And like I said to John, they kind of had a well-known motto of deny the claim, delay the claim, deny the claim, defend the lawsuit, to depose of the person. It was kind of a I don't know, it kind of popped up based on how they operated. And the words delay, deny, defend, and depose were found written on the shell casings at the scene. So yeah, this person was there with a plan. But I mean, they don't really know why. But I mean, I don't know. What is it? Can you get the thing with like the United States that's stranger than Canada? It's like someone shoots someone with a suppressor in Canada. It's like, okay, that's hard to get. Way more questions. But I don't know if suppressors, are they easily attainable in New York? It's just I don't know how easy these things are getting. So it's like when people are like, this is a professional hit, I was like, I mean, I watched the video, I seen it, cold-blooded for sure. Like the person just walks up totally calm, but the gun jams. It looks like it's not a battery. The guy's kind of whacking it to get it going. I was like, if that's a professional hit, it's like they didn't shoot that gun off once before. I think maybe it was a 22, because of it doesn't have enough power to kind of kick back the slide to rechamber the next round. That's why it was jamming. And it's like a 22 is not the fucking most ideal gun for I would say an assassination, because there's stories of people surviving headshot 22s, right? From a 22. So it's not the best, not the most ideal assassination gun, but I guess. Pistols and suppressors are illegal in New York City. So, but you know what I mean? The problem is when they're so easily attainable in your country, how hard would it be to get over the border if this is what you want to do, or you were someone aggrieved, and then, made your way to New York. Anyway, the lines are 1-833-703-0424. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I want to, we're kind of waiting, it's very, very strange. There's so many little theories going on about, but we'll see. But this one's crazy. This is another UFO one that popped up for me. Police are demanding answers after a man knocked out by UFO in shocking video. People, hold on, let me show this off. Let's watch this. Quick ad from Home Depot. Okay, come on. We're not doing randos today. "33 seconds. Man knocked out by UFO." Okay, what the fuck is that? I mean, you see something absolutely torpedo this guy right around here. Absolutely comes around the corner. It just decimates this guy. Very strange. I have no idea. This is the first UFO violence I've ever seen of UFO on person. Just hits him out the door, but coming from back. It's the weirdest things. You see something just slides in there and just dummies, this poor guy. Very strange. I don't know. There's been so much this last like couple of weeks has been so interesting for just UFO and conspiracies just going wild everywhere. So it's been a fun one. Lines are open 1-833-703-0424. Does the regular show get posted on YouTube? What do you mean the regular show? Like the ones that the podcast version? No, I don't. The podcast version I never really post to YouTube because it's just audio. That's on anywhere you get podcasts. So we're 9.7. So this is 9.8. So 9.8 will come out next week, and then I've got a couple on the back burner. That's UT Smoke. I think that's what you mean. There's a regular show. You mean ATT? Alien Theorists Theorizing, or just Cosmic Channels? Let me know. Unjammed and he fixed it quick. I mean, John, listen. John's saying the gun jammed and he fixed it quick. I am no assassin, but I know how to shoot a pistol, and I can pretty confidently correct phase 1 and phase 2 stoppages very quickly. I'm not a competition shooter, nothing, just have gone shooting and learned the basics of pistols, and tap rack rip, slide, like it's not very, like, you don't need a lot of skill to fix these kind of stoppages. Phase 1, and I'm guessing it's phase 1 stoppage, not a phase 2. Maybe phase 2 though. That's phase 2 is where the bullets get jammed on top of each other, two trying to enter at the same time. Yeah, subsonic rounds plus a suppressor, not enough gas to cycle. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like maybe, but I think it said the gun had a built-in suppressor. Not sure. I've had this happen plenty on tweaked rigs, and that's all you do. Clear the round and try again. Yeah, like yeah, exactly. I've shot guns, and it's just like, you're getting phase 1s nonstop, and you're just like, I've had it where the slide doesn't sit, and you're kind of just knocking the back. That's okay, Hermes. We'll get you a call. Yes, ATT. Yeah, well, we post, I think, just the podcast first. If you want the live stream, listen, you gotta support the boys on Patreon or Supercast. Get access to all those live streams if that's your thing. Super easy, helps the show. No big deal. UT Smoke. So yeah, you can. I mean, I think we still release the podcast versions, but it's mostly audio. So if you can't afford a silencer, use a potato. Look, old 2-liter pop jug, right? That's like the movies, and some duct tape. Gets a couple good shots off. That's it. Yeah, Gabriel, the UFO has a mean right hook. Yeah, absolutely dusted that guy. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I was trying to think in my head of like what flies that fast that is going to hit someone. It's like, because it's behind the guy, and it must fly in, hit him on the side of the head, not hit him and then vanish. Like, what does that? Like, I was like, well, it's not a bird. Like, a bird's, we would be able to tell if it was a bird. It's not low light enough. It's coming in so fast. It's a very strange video. Check it out. Tactical spuds are quite useful. Yeah, always gotta have a pocket full of the little golden yellows all the time, just in case. You never know when you're gonna need it. No, that guy falls. Like, he falls unprotected onto his head. You don't fake that. Like, he was out cold, I would say before the fall, and because he completely falls off that little ledge unprotected. That's impossible to fake. They're like, listen, you're just gonna naturally protect your head, and he just face plants afterwards. But like, yeah, what, like ghost orb, like ghost right hook, something phantom punch. I don't know. It's a very strange video. And people they have no idea. Everyone's there, like, check, like, they don't know. They check the security camera back, and they're like, "Oh, this guy is just our buddy here gets dusted by something." It's the strangest thing. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. You type in UFO knocks out man in Brazil for it. It's pretty interesting. Lines are open 1-833-703-0424. Listen, someone's got stories. You got a local urban legend in your town. Your town's got a haunted area. We need some calls. This show dies without calls from the fans. So, oh yeah, listen. I'm the only person in the world that falls on his head unprotected all the time. Know all about falling on your head. That's a lie. Look at this. Look at this perfectly round melon. Absolutely no imperfections. It's like an egg. Humpty Dumpty's never fallen off a wall in this house. It's perfect. Look at it. Lines are open 1-833-703-0424. Come on, guys. We need some stories. You've had an interesting, scary experience, or just an interesting story, or you just want to shoot the shit on a theory or conspiracy you've heard about. Call in 1-833-703-0424. We need your calls to continue. The show dies without people calling in. We don't get enough to keep making the podcast of the show. It's perfect. There's nothing in there. It's like Homer Simpson's head, right? Just thick. Way thicker skull. All right, lines are open. I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes, grab another water. Lines are open. Give me a call if you got a story, and I will hear it. Be right back. We're back. Would call in again, but I'm not in a good spot to do so. Maybe next week. I've got to remember to remind everyone I'm not in a cult. Yeah, Gabriel, listen. That's what we listen. We know you're in the soda cult. We know that. James Kelly, I'm not into calling at the moment. I wish I could. Sounds like you're making excuses. Uncle Sam would not appreciate me calling in right now. It's fair enough. Listen, you're in service. I get it. You can't. Your work. It is what it is. John Jacoby, Bet's Mystery Sphere. No, I don't know what that is. Bet's Mystery Sphere. What is this one? Fucking, that's a weird. Some kid with a giant silver ball. It looks like Oh, did we talk about this one? I think this is the one that rolled into their property or something, and like the leading theory is that it's maybe. I think we talked about this is the one, and the leading theory is like this is some sort of, I think is it radioactive too or something? Like there's some mysteries with it, but I remember thinking the leading theory was that it fell off a truck or something, and it's some sort of giant ball bearing. I don't know though. Cosmic Channels, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going? My name's David. I'm calling from Washington State.
What's going on, David? Am I on speakerphone by any chance?
You're going through my Bluetooth right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little bit of feedback, but it should be all right. What do you got for us tonight?
Did you see that they dropped the COVID report? 500-page report about the origins of COVID?
No, I didn't. Where was that?
Yeah.
COVID.
So it's on the it's on the U.S. government website. You can download it as a PDF. They actually admitted that it was a Chinese lab leak that was the origin of COVID.
I mean, I think we've been talking about that. Like that started out as a conspiracy early on, and then very quickly it was like, yeah, it's a lab leak.
Yeah, I've only made it through 100 pages of the actual report itself. I've been reading it on and off since it dropped 2 days ago. A lot of the info in there, there were doctors that were trying to report that it was possibility that there was a lab leak, and Dr. Fauci was telling them not to report it to Nature or any of the other publications when they were putting out their papers for the origin report when it first came out in like February.
Well, and I mean, I guess the thing would be is you like, even though people are like they think it is, I can see why you maybe wouldn't want to be like until you know for sure to be like, oh, well, whoops, it was it was in our weird lab that we're working on with China to build these things. I could see why you wouldn't, but the whole thing was shady. Like the fact that when this started coming out, like early on, it was just how many people got slapped with misinformation and you're racist, is extremism, like what I mean, like misinformation, and you're like, well, actually, that's exactly what happened. Like it was the exact narrative that everyone was like poo-pooing was exactly what happened. And the craziest thing is like I remember the first time I had it. I was like, the first time I got it, it was the absolute worst. And I was like, man, it is so crazy because I felt like whatever I had, it was like looking for a weakness. Like all of a sudden I'd have this round of symptoms, and the second I'd get better, I'd get a whole bunch of new random symptoms that didn't even connect to the previous symptoms. Like I was like, it was like this virus was just like picking my body apart looking for a weakness. It was so weird. Crazy. So yeah, like I'm just kind of looking at the subcommittee's notes, and it's like, yeah, most likely emerged from the laboratory in Wuhan, China. I mean, which is and they were studying those exact like coronaviruses. So it's like, it doesn't take much.
And they were doing gain-of-function research, which was illegal. That's when it happened.
Yeah, it's so that's so wild, man. It's like it's crazy to me because I'm like there's so many people who were involved in that where it's like who do you hold accountable at this point? You know what I mean? Like is it because at some level it's just people doing what they're told from other, like, oh, we're getting information that's saying it is not in fact this, it's more than likely this. So it's like who's the top that you hold accountable? Because I was reading the other day, and it's probably because of this report, but I was reading there was reports that they were thinking that Fauci might get a preemptive pardon before the end of Biden's term because of all of this. And I'm like, oh man, like just and it's gonna be some poor fall guy that takes the hit, obviously.
I mean, that would have to have Fauci admitting that he is guilty.
Yeah.
So.
Well, does he have to admit he's guilty if he gets a preemptive pardon for anything?
I mean, the last person who got a preemptive pardon was Nixon, and he was clearly guilty of Watergate.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, if he's clearly guilty, he can get a you just can't pardon someone if they're innocent, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, so there would have to be enough information.
It goes down a very, very shady road if we start doing that, handing out preemptive pardons and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it was, dude, it was the weirdest time. It was the weirdest time ever because, like, very early on, we knew, like, anyone, and I'm not a medical professional, anything. I just know how masks worked because I've had to be fit test for masks. And I was like, the second they're like, use these surgical masks, I'm like, your breath goes to the outside, right? If it's not fit to your face and you have a shaved face and clean shaven and fit and you have proper like filters on it, yeah, it doesn't, you're just sucking in the air out. Like the air takes the path of least resistance. So you're not breathing in and out of the mask. It's just going out the sides. Like, so like, yes, if you're going to sneeze and you didn't want to cover your mouth, sure. Yeah. The mask is doing something. You're still ejecting shit out the sides. And then it's like, you know, the social distancing that we knew that didn't work because, right? Like, and then it's, you know, you get into the, you know, the word we can't say without getting in trouble. It's like, you know, 2 weeks to flatten the curve, right? And how did that work out? Right? Like none of this stuff worked, but it just shows like government is just so, honestly, 99% of the people working in government are absolute window lickers. Like just totally unqualified to hold the positions they're in. They got to the positions because of someone they knew or they knew someone, you know, and they've been hanging on to these positions for 40 years. They never had any kind of real education, and they're just absolute window lickers. They're just useless, right? I'm not just talking about the States. I'm talking about Canada too. It's unbelievable the amount of like incompetence. So it's like when I hear these, like when I was hearing these things, I was like, this is the dumbest shit of all time. There's no way like the smartest people in the world would be like, yeah, put on these surgical masks, that'll help. I was like, there's no way. They're just trying to quell people's fears. Like that's what it was, in my opinion. They were just like, people were being like, what can we do? And they're like, you can do this. And hopefully like that just allows, because at the same time, you know, if there's this widespread panic and everyone just doesn't leave and doesn't go out because they're too scared, it shuts down the economy, right? So it's like you want to keep things going, but what a weird time, man. What a weird time we lived through. It you know,
it's crazy.
So you're 100 pages in.
Yeah.
Anything else glaring to you popped out?
Not really. Just that they were hiding the fact that there were other doctors that were showing that the genome sequencing was indicative of a lab leak, and that the major, like the New England Health publication, Nature, which is also a major medical publication, you know, they all didn't want to include that, and they cut it out of the original first draft of all the reports that they were releasing. They told them to edit it out.
Weird. So yeah, just shady shit going on all the time.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a good night, man. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna keep listening.
Well, yeah, keep reading. If you get to any more something glaring in there, call back. Let me know.
All right.
All right, man. Take care of yourself, David.
You too.
Bye. Yeah, what a weird time we all lived through. I mean, it's weird thinking back to that time of just like, listen, I'm not I don't really care when people are like, you can't do, the only time I really like was annoyed was when they're like, you can't be in social circles of like more than anyone outside your bubble. I was like, yeah, I'll do what I want. That's that. And that's why I got super COVID. Because I went to a wedding. I wasn't supposed to. But, you know, like, it is what it is. We're all, you know, there's a point for me where it's like, listen, I don't mind. It doesn't really affect me day to day. Like, honestly, when people are like, when people when people bitch and moan about the 15-minute cities, they're like, 15-minute cities. I'm like, that sounds mighty convenient for me. Now, just I don't have to go for the 15 minutes. I was like, a lot of you guys obviously are living in big cities. Because listen, small town, everything's almost within 15 minutes of me right now. And there's some things I would like a little closer, you know what I mean? Just for convenience sake. I don't want to have to drive further, so I'm all for it. Like Andrew said, I want to cut that in half, 7-minute cities. China found a new breed of human dating back 200,000 years. No, I don't believe anything that China finds. Nothing. Nothing, if it comes from them. Is David in a cult? No. Oh, I forgot to ask David if he was in a cult. Damn it, I forgot. That's the opening. So we'll have to assume, because he didn't lead with, just for everyone's record, I'm not in a cult. We have to just assume that David is part of some sort of cult. Oh, that's a good idea, Hermes. Listen. I bet you were work smart, not hard. Loaded in AI. Thing with AI though is like, especially like Chat GPT, fucking lies, man. It lies. It's no better. Does it say that we were able to achieve at a lab that ultimately did create COVID? I think it's like that's the census, is that the genome sequence is more indicative of a lab leak. Makes me think, I mean, I haven't read the report, but it always makes me think of, I wonder if Project Warp Speed happened so fast in this unprecedented word we shall not say was developed because, it was in fact that. And so we kind of, we knew how it was made. Is that where Ugly Mug came from? A wet market in China? No, I don't think so. It doesn't work because it was built to fuck around and get paid tons. Yeah, listen. Yeah, Grok. Okay, yeah, I've heard Grok's pretty good. I'm not paying for Twitter though. I'm not paying. I'm a cheapo Filippo, man. I don't. There's not any kind of subscription service. I'm like, do I have to? What is it gonna do better? Like skip a couple ads? The second Netflix was like, we'll cut your bill in half if you watch a commercial. I was like, I'll watch 2 commercials. I don't care. I was like, I miss those days, man. I want my kids to grow up the same way I did. 22-minute episode stretched over the course of an hour, right? 100%. Every 5 minutes of Canada, you get that acne commercial. People say I eat too many chocolate bars. That one. Anyone from Canada knows what I'm talking about. That's ingrained in. Pandora's Gamble goes into all this, the tech, the leaks, historic cover-ups, etc. Is that a podcast? Pandora's Gamble? Sounds a cool name. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll just be interesting to see what the ramifications are. I mean, it's wild to me that, listen, again, people get mad at me because like someone on Discord was like, you spread misinformation. I was like, I don't even know. I say I'm pretty open. Don't ever quote me or source me. My political stance is whatever annoys my friends the most. But listen, totally normal to pardon your kid. 100%. I'd pardon my kid. I think everyone listening, if you have a kid, you'd pardon your kid if you had the power and be like, do over. So I don't think it's a weird thing. I think it's a weird thing to say you're never going to do it and then just one day be like, nah, I'm doing it. But even then, you should just say, listen, I don't care, I'm doing it. I think more people would have respected that, been like, he's my son, whatever, it is what it is. But it's weird. Independent. Do you consider the Independent Order of the Oddfellows a cult? Yeah, I mean, there's 4 words in there. As soon as you order, order is a cult. But independent means just one person. The one person. Is that how that works? Independent Order of the Oddfellows, but it's independent. So it's like an independent contractor cult. Yes, it's called. You can be in a one-person cult, 100%. I don't think there's a basis. for how many people. Anyways, lines are about 1-833-703-0424. Listen, you listen. Fucking number one supporter of Cosmic Channels. You're getting a huge shout out next podcast version. I got some new. We found out. This is. I don't even know if I want to say it out loud, just in case Spotify's listening in. When we were with Spotify, they had given us access to basically a database of like thousands and thousands of royalty-free music and soundtracks. And me and Zell were going to purchase a like sound effect bundle and stuff. And Zell was like, remember we used to have access to that when we were Spotify partners? He's like, I wonder if our account still works. And we logged in and we still have access to all of their sound effects and stuff. So we just quickly downloaded everything while we were in there before anyone caught us. So yeah, next episode I'll have some more. I've got some more spooky sound effects to play in there. So check out that next Thursday. That'll be 9.8 next Thursday coming out. It'll be cool. Anyways, that's going to be it for this Cosmic Channel. A little slower. Listen, we're going to be getting back at her. Next week, got some ads running, so hopefully that translates to more callers. Because a couple more weeks like this, we're done. We're dead in the water. Just kidding. We would need. I've got enough calls backed up for like 6 weeks, so it's all good. People that weren't Masons. The people that weren't Masons called themselves the Independent Order of the Odd Fellows. ATT pirate sets required now. Listen, we can put a pirate ad on there. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Cosmic Channels. A little earlier one this one because slow night. See y'all next week. Tune in December 26th or 12th. December 12th. We're gonna do December 12th, and then we'll do one on the 19th. Oh, I can probably do one boxing. Maybe Boxing Day might be tough. Might have some family stuff going on. But 19th, maybe we'll do a Christmas episode. Maybe I'll dress up as Santa. And if you guys got kids, you can have them call Cosmic Channels and have them tell me what they want. Maybe I'll do Christmas calls on the 19th. If you want to call in and tell Santa, maybe I'll do a special Santa episode the day before. So if you got kids, December 19th, they can call Santa. Maybe I'll see what I can do. Get a Santa filter or something, or a Santa hat. So if your kids want to call Santa, December 19th, they can call Cosmic Channels. And I'm be forewarned. I'm gonna ask them about you. I'm gonna ask your kids if you're having them call in. I'm gonna say, what does your mom or dad say any naughty words? What do they say? Like this is. That's what I'm doing on the 19th. So peace, everybody. Thanks for listening to Cosmic Channels. We'll see you all next week. The Cosmic lines are now closed.